Welcome. In this video I'm going to introduce you to 20 oldest empires in the world. 1. Sumerian Empire, 3500 BCE to 1900 BCE. The Sumerian Empire was an ancient civilization that flourished in Mesopotamia from 3500 BCE to 1900 BCE. It is considered to be the world's first known urban civilization and was renowned for its advances in science, architecture, mathematics, astronomy, and writing. The Sumerian Empire was centered in the fertile lands of the Tigris and Euphrates rivers in what is now Iraq. The Sumerians are believed to have been the first people to develop a writing system, known as cuneiform, and their accomplishments in mathematics, astronomy, and engineering inspired much of the development of modern civilization. The Sumerian Empire was divided into several city-states, each with its own ruler and laws. These city-states were often at war with each other as each attempted to gain control of more land and resources. The Sumerians are credited with creating many technological advancements, including the invention of the wheel and the construction of irrigation systems. They also developed advanced systems of mathematics and astronomy, which allowed them to accurately predict the movements of the stars and planets. The Sumerians were also the first people to develop a system of writing. Their cuneiform script was used to record and document their laws. 2. Egyptian Empire, 3100 BCE to 525 BCE. The Egyptian Empire was an ancient civilization located along the Nile River in Egypt. It was one of the earliest and largest empires in the world, lasting from 3100 BCE to 525 BCE. During this time period, Egypt was ruled by a series of dynasties and powerful pharaohs, and was a major regional power in the Middle East. The empire was known for its impressive architecture, advanced engineering, and impressive art and sculptures. The Egyptians also developed a complex system of writing and hieroglyphics, which is still studied today. Many of the beliefs and customs practiced during this time period are still followed by people around the world, such as the worship of gods and goddesses and the mummification of the dead. 3. Akkadian Empire, 2334 BCE to 2154 BCE. The Akkadian Empire was a Mesopotamian empire that was established in 2334 BCE by Sargon the Great. It was located in what is now modern-day Iraq, Syria, and parts of Iran and Turkey. Sargon's rule led to a period of great prosperity and growth for the empire. The Akkadian Empire was the first empire in the world and is known for its advances in technology, art, and literature, as well as for its military conquests. During its reign, the Akkadian Empire was a major power in the ancient Near East, and it is often credited with ushering in the Middle Bronze Age. The empire eventually fell to the Gutians in 2154 BCE. 4. Assyrian Empire, 1365 BCE to 609 BCE. The Assyrian Empire was an ancient Mesopotamian empire that had its origins in the city-state of Ashur. The empire was founded in 1365 BCE by Ashur-uballit I and lasted until 609 BCE when it was defeated by a coalition of Babylonians, Medes and Scythians. At its peak, the Assyrian Empire encompassed much of the Near East, stretching from Egypt to the Arabian Peninsula, and from the Mediterranean Sea to the Zagros Mountains in modern-day Iran. The empire was known for its sophisticated bureaucracy and military prowess, with its rulers renowned for their cruelty and oppressive rule. It is most famous for its destruction of the ancient city of Nineveh in 612 BCE and its subsequent fall shortly thereafter. 5. Babylonian Empire, 1792 BCE to 539 BCE. The Babylonian Empire was one of the most powerful empires in the ancient world, lasting from 1792 BCE to 539 BCE. It was ruled by a series of powerful kings, most famously King Hammurabi of Babylon. The Babylonian Empire was located in the region of modern-day Iraq, and it was the first true empire in Mesopotamia. During its peak, the Babylonian Empire included parts of modern-day Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, Israel and Jordan. It was a highly centralized state, with a powerful bureaucracy and a complex legal system. The Babylonian Empire was also known for its scientific and cultural achievements. The Babylonian Empire was founded by King Hammurabi, who is best known for his famous code of law. Hammurabi's code was one of the earliest legal codes in the world and was used to govern the Babylonian Empire for hundreds of years. The Babylonian Empire was eventually conquered by Cyrus the Great in 539 BCE, ending its long reign. After its fall, the Babylonian Empire was replaced by the Persian Empire, which would become one of the most powerful empires in the ancient world. Today, the legacy of the Babylonian Empire can be seen in its architecture, art. 6. Achaemenid Empire, 550 BCE to 330 BCE. The Achaemenid Empire was a large ancient Persian empire founded by Cyrus the Great in 550 BCE. At its greatest extent, it encompassed the territories of present-day Iran, Turkey, Egypt, parts of the Balkans, much of Central Asia, and parts of the Caucasus. It was the largest empire of its time, and was ruled by a series of powerful kings known as the Achaemenid dynasty. The Achaemenid Empire is known for its achievements in arts, architecture, and engineering. The capital city of Persepolis was a grand complex of royal palaces, gardens, and monuments. The Persian Royal Road was a major network of roads that connected the various parts of the empire and facilitated trade and communication. The Achaemenids also introduced a standardized system of coinage and a system of taxation that allowed the empire to thrive. The Achaemenid Empire was also known for its military prowess. Its armies were well-trained and well-equipped and fought numerous successful campaigns against their enemies, such as the Babylonians, Lydians, and Egyptians. The Achaemenid Empire was eventually conquered by Alexander the Great in 330 BCE.
7. Macedonian Empire, 336 BCE to 323 BCE. The Macedonian Empire was an ancient state established by King Philip II of Macedon in 336 BC. It spanned from the Ionian Sea to the Himalayas, and included parts of modern-day Greece, the Balkans, Egypt, India, and much of Asia Minor. The empire was built on Philip's military success and his marriage to the Greek princess Olympias. Philip's son, Alexander the Great, inherited the kingdom and expanded it, conquering most of the known world of his time. Alexander's empire was divided after his death in 323 BC. The kingdom of Macedonia was divided between 4 of his generals and eventually dissolved. The Macedonian Empire was renowned for its military strength, and its armies were feared by their enemies. Philip and Alexander both used innovative tactics and weapons, such as the sarissa, a long spear. They also employed phalanxes of heavy infantry, which allowed them to outmaneuver much larger armies. The Macedonians also had a sophisticated system of government, which included the diadoques, successors to Alexander. This allowed the empire to maintain its unity and control after Alexander's death. The Macedonians were also known for 8. Mauryan Empire, 321 BCE to 185 BCE. The Mauryan Empire was an ancient Iron Age Indian empire founded by Chandragupta Maurya and was one of the largest empires in the ancient world. The Mauryan Empire was founded by Chandragupta Maurya in 321 BCE and was the first empire to unify most of the Indian subcontinent. The Mauryan dynasty was founded by Chandragupta Maurya, who overthrew the Nanda dynasty of Magadha and established a powerful centralized state. The Mauryan Empire was one of the largest empires in the ancient world, stretching across the Indian subcontinent from modern-day Afghanistan to Bangladesh. During its peak, the Mauryan Empire ruled over an area of 5 million square kilometers, which included modern-day India, Pakistan, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, and parts of Afghanistan and Iran. The Mauryan Empire was a centralized monarchy ruled by a king, the Chakravarti. The king was assisted by a council of ministers and a large bureaucracy. The Mauryan Empire was divided into 4 provinces, called Mahajanapadas, and a number of smaller provinces and cities. 9. Seleucid Empire, 312 BCE to 63 BCE. The Seleucid Empire was a Hellenistic state that existed from 312 BCE to 63 BCE and was centered in the Near East and stretched from the Mediterranean Sea in the west to the Indus River in the east. It was founded by Seleucus Nicator following the death of Alexander the Great. At its zenith, the empire covered an area from Anatolia and Egypt in the west to Iran and Bactria in the east. The Seleucid Empire was ruled by a royal family of Macedonian Greek origin that traced its lineage to Seleucus I, one of Alexander's generals. The last ruler of the empire was Antiochus XIII Philadelphus, who was deposed by the Roman general Pompey in 63 BCE and the empire dissolved into smaller Hellenistic states. The Seleucid Empire was known for its advances in the fields of literature, art, science, and technology. It was home to a number of important cities, such as Babylon, Antioch, and Seleucia, and was the birthplace of many great thinkers and leaders, including the historian Polybius and the philosopher Zeno of Citium. 10. Gupta Empire, 320 CE to 550 CE. The Gupta Empire was a powerful Indian empire which ruled between 320 CE and 550 CE. It was founded by a king named Sri Gupta, who was succeeded by his son, Ghatotkacha. The Gupta Empire was centered around the Ganges River Valley in northern India and was the height of classical Indian civilization. The Gupta period is considered the golden age of India, and was a major period of cultural, scientific, and economic advancement in India. Politically, the Gupta Empire was an absolute monarchy and was divided into 4 provinces, each of which was under the control of a governor appointed by the emperor. The Gupta Empire was a major military power and had a large army and navy. They were also known for their expansionist policies, and during their rule, the empire expanded to cover much of the Indian subcontinent. The Gupta period was also a major period of cultural and religious innovation. It was during this time that Hinduism and Buddhism were both strongly established. Vedic literature was also produced during this period, and the Gupta Empire was known for its patronage of the arts, sciences, and literature. The Gupta period also saw the development of Sanskrit as a literary language, and the Gupta kings were patrons of many great works. 11. Roman Empire, 27 BCE to 476 CE. The Roman Empire, founded by Augustus Caesar in 27 BCE, was one of the most influential empires of the ancient world. At its height, it encompassed lands from Britain to Egypt, stretching across much of modern-day Europe, North Africa, and Asia Minor. Over the centuries, the Roman Empire was ruled by a series of emperors who sought to expand its borders and consolidate its power. The Pax Romana, or Roman peace, was a period of relative stability and prosperity in the empire from 27 BCE to 180 CE. During this period, the Romans built roads, aqueducts and other public works, developed a legal system, and established a monetary system. In 180 CE, the Roman Empire split into 2 parts, the Western Roman Empire and the Eastern Roman Empire. The Western Roman Empire declined over the next 2 centuries, falling to Germanic tribes in 476 CE. The Eastern Roman Empire, also known as the Byzantine Empire, continued to thrive until it fell to the Ottoman Turks in 1453. The legacy of the Roman Empire can still be seen today. Its legal systems, engineering feats, and language have had a lasting impact on Western civilization. 12. Sasanian Empire, 224 CE to 651 CE. The Sasanian Empire was a major Iranian political and cultural power that existed from 224 CE to 651 CE. It was the last pre-Islamic Persian Empire, and its cultural influence extended far beyond its territorial boundaries, stretching from the Mediterranean and the Middle East to Central Asia and South Asia. Sasanian rule was characterized by a strong centralized government, an efficient bureaucracy, a powerful army, and a well-developed legal and economic system. The Sasanian Empire was a strongly militaristic state that engaged in numerous wars with its neighbors. Its primary enemies were the Roman Empire, the Byzantine Empire, and various nomadic tribes from Central Asia. The Sasanian Empire was highly influential in its culture and art, and it is considered to be the golden age of Iranian culture. It was during this period that the Zoroastrian religion was established as the state religion, and the Sasanians were responsible for creating a rich and diverse culture. They made significant contributions to literature, architecture, and art, including the development of Persian carpets, ceramics, and metalwork. The Sasanian Empire was ultimately destroyed by the Arab Islamic conquest, but its legacy continues to shape the political and cultural landscape of modern Iran. you.